Hi guys, I'm making this video because so many of you are sending me so many DMs on LinkedIn regarding the struggle of finding a job in Ireland in digital marketing, whether you are a fresher or an experienced. So in this video, I'm going to share my journey, my struggles and successes that I've experienced on the way. Before we start the video, I quickly want to share an amazing news with you guys. I recently got my stamp 4. Yes guys, so stamp 4 is the next work permit that you get after stamp 1. So you move to Ireland as a student on stamp 2, then you get your graduate stamp, that is stamp 1G, then you get your critical skills work permit, that is stamp 1, and then you get stamp 4, which means you do not have to be under a particular employer to work and stay in Ireland. You can change your employer basically, and then you have to stay on stamp 4 for 2 years before you can move to naturalization or before you can apply for citizenship. The situation could also vary depending on the case and how many years you have already been here, but that's the general procedure. So I'm so happy to have received that and so grateful. So because there's so many confusion regarding the digital marketing, if it is under critical skills or not. It is under critical skills as of now. There has been no change made yet, but the screening process for application has been made a bit I would say more tough in 2023, specifically what I'm hearing from students. So guys, you need to be careful while submitting your application. Make sure everything is correct and in order. So let's get started with the video. So I moved to Ireland in 2018 for Masters in Digital Marketing from NUI Galway. I did not have experience in the field of digital marketing. I only had 9 months of call center experience, and when I enrolled in the course, I didn't have any idea what digital marketing was about. I just wanted to study abroad. I applied in May, got in, moved here in September. Within a few months, I was here and everything was just so super fast. So it was a whole new world, definitely. I definitely struggled with the classes, with the culture, and to keep up with all those students, those who already had a lot of experience in the field, and they were way more comfortable than I was, and there were many like me who did not have any idea what was going on. But yeah guys, we all did our best, we all graduated, and then unfortunately some of the students could not find a job here or could not stay here for some or the other reason, and they moved back to India, and which turned out good for many of them. So depending on what their reason was, so in the end everything turns out well, but I decided to stay here. But after that, after graduating in 2019, it was very hard to find a job. While I was doing my masters, I was also working part-time in McDonald's, and after graduating I started working full-time in McDonald's. It was a great experience working in McDonald's, but I was looking for a proper digital marketing job, and it was next to impossible because I was a fresher and the approach that I was applying was not at all working for me. So what I did was I stopped relying on the job listings and I started emailing companies looking for an internship, and some of them got back to me, some of them did not, and through this process I managed to do 2 internships, but they both were unpaid, and while I was working in McDonald's. So both of these things were going on simultaneously, and I did learn a lot from these internships, but ultimately I had to leave because it was only for a couple of months. And then again the process started, and on top of that COVID hit in 2020. I was still working in McDonald's, and so many of my friends had moved to different cities, and I was living in Galway with a lady who was in her 50s. So it was just me and her in the house. She was my housemate. So it got pretty lonely back then. My mental health was not in a great form. My relationship with my fiance was falling apart, so nothing was going as per my expectations, and then my visa was about to, so I expired, and I only had a couple of months left for my visa. So I just decided that if I just keep taking stress, nothing's gonna work. So I just did my best. I just tried to be happy in the moment and just tried to work on my approach, my strategy of applying for jobs. And then I just thought that things will eventually be better. I just left everything on the universe. I am a firm believer of law of attraction, of universe, how universe brings things to you when you are more relaxed. So I started deep diving more into spirituality and all these kind of stuff, which really did help a lot. So November hit, and then the most I don't know what to call it, the most one of the most difficult period of my life started. So my engagement broke with my fiance, and then and this happened while I was still looking for a job. I'm not saying this is like, oh my god, I went through something very big. I'm sure so many of you, those who are watching this video, or so many of students might have had even greater struggles. But for me at that time, of course, my struggle, I could only see that, right? But now when I think about it, I think, okay, so many people were going through way worse things than I was going through back then. But then in that moment, you do not think of that. For you, your struggle, your world is falling apart. So for me, that was happening. But somehow I managed to get a job with the help of a friend, and then I did that job in Galway. I was working from home, and after that I got another job in Dublin in hospitality industry as digital marketing executive, and then I moved here. So in the end, it all turned out well. So guys, I am sharing this story with you. I'm being vulnerable here with you on this platform, just to tell you guys that enjoy your struggles, be grateful for your struggles, because if everything goes smooth always, you might not be able to find the true meaning, the true essence of what you have achieved. So I know it's easier said than done, because currently some of you are in the situation where it seems that it is next to impossible to find a job, but trust me, keep putting efforts, keep going, and don't take rejections on your heart. Honestly saying from experience, I'm so grateful for every job rejection that I've had, which led me to my current role. I really enjoy it, and if it was not for all the other rejections that I had received, I wouldn't be here today. So be grateful for every rejection. My mantra is rejection is redirection, and if someone is saying no to you, that means next opportunity. So keep going, and you can message me on LinkedIn, and I would also encourage you to leave a comment with something that you are currently struggling with and how you're coping with it, so that others can read it and find some value in your story, and maybe can learn something, and let's all support each other and be there for each other. So guys, that's it for this video. It was just a quick reminder to keep going and to do not give up. I don't know why I'm stammering today anyway. And I also want to thank all of you, those who message me on LinkedIn, those who are leaving comments. I have not been active lately, but I do read your comments. I am trying my best to replying to each and every one of you on LinkedIn, so please bear with me. And guys, that's it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in my next video.